Hello viewers, this is YVR. Welcome to YVR Maths Tutorial. Like previous video, we are back again with another video focusing on an important topic. So, in this video, we are going to discuss how to evaluate integrals if it is in the form integral f dash x by f of x dx by using substitution method. So far, we have been integrating simple functions. Now, we shall learn some techniques of integration which will enable us to integrate somewhat more complicated functions which we encounter in mathematics. So, to understand the concept, watch this video till the end. There are several methods for finding the indefinite integral. One of the important methods for finding the indefinite integral is the method of substitution. So, let's start the discussion about the concept how to evaluate the integrals if it is in the form integral f dash x by f of x dx by using substitution method. Before moving forward, please subscribe our channel and click the bell icon to get the notifications of our latest updates. Let's discuss one theorem based on this concept. Have a look at the statement. If f of x not equal to 0 for any x in an interval I, then integral f dash x by f of x dx is equal to log modulus of f of x plus c on the interval I. Here I is any subset of real number sets. If you observe here, the meaning of this statement is the function f is a non-zero function. The function should be defined on the interval I. Then, if the numerator in integrand is exact differential of the denominator, then its integral is logarithm of the denominator. So this is a statement I given here. Let us discuss proof of this one. First of all, I will consider the LHS part of the statement is I. Then let I is equal to integral f dash x by f of x dx. From here, I am going to separate f dash x term from the numerator. Then the next step is integral 1 by f of x into f dash x dx. Now I am going to apply substitution method concept. Now substitute some part of integrand as another variable such that its differentiation exists in the integrand. So let f of x is equal to new variable t. Then differentiate this one on both sides with respect to x. Then what we will get? F dash x is equal to dt by dx. Cross multiply this one, then the next step is f dash x into dx is equal to dt. Now substitute this data in the integrand, then what we will get? See here in the next step, integral 1 by t into dt. Because f of x we consider as a new variable t and f dash x dx is nothing but dt. That's why this step we got like this. Now the given integral reduces to a known form. Now integrate the new integral with respect to the new variable. Then what we will get? This integral is clearly in the form of integral 1 by x dx. So we know what is the integration of 1 by x dx. So the next step is log modulus of t plus c. Here c is the integral constant. Now replace the new variable by the original variable in the answer. Then the next step is log modulus of f of x plus c. So finally, what you got? Integral f dash x by f of x dx is equal to log modulus of f of x plus c. So this is the statement which we given in the theorem. This theorem will be useful while you are solving some problems. So, based on this theorem, let us discuss some standard results. So, I will discuss in this video one result. See here, result 1. Prove that integral tan x dx is equal to minus log modulus of cos x plus c. The same result statement I will give you in another way. See here, integral tan x dx is equal to log modulus of secant x plus c. Let us discuss proof of this theorem. First of all, I will consider the LHS part of the statement as I. Then let I is equal to integral tan x dx. This tan x can be written as sin x by cos x by using trigonometric identities. So now I is equal to integral sin x by cos x dx. From this step, the numerator part sin x we can write separately. Then what we will get? See here, integral 1 by cos x into sin x dx. Now substitute some part of integrand as another variable such that its differentiation exists in the integral. So that's why I am considering here cos x as a new variable. So let cos x is equal to new variable t. Differentiate with respect to x. Then what we will get? Minus sin x is equal to dt by dx. If you cross multiply this one, then minus sin x dx is equal to dt, or sin x dx is equal to minus dt. Now we can substitute cos x is equal to t and sin x dx is equal to minus dt in the given integral. Then what we will get? See here, integral 1 by t into minus dt. So from here, the minus term, if you write outside of integration, then the next step is minus integral 1 by t dt. Now the given integral reduces to a known form. Now integrate the new integral with respect to the new variable. So we know that the integration of 1 by x dx. So if we apply that formula here, then the next step is minus log modulus of t plus c. Now replace the new variable by the original variable in the answer. Then the next step is minus log modulus of cos x plus c. I will do some simplification for this step. We know from logarithms concept, log a power m is equal to m log a, or m log a is equal to log a power m. So here the coefficient of log minus 1 is m and cos x is a. Then it will become minus 1 into log of cos x. So which is nothing but m log a form. So I will apply for this log a power m formula. So the next step is log cos x whole power minus 1 plus c. Cos x power minus 1 can be written as 1 by cos x. Based on the identity, a power minus 1 is equal to 1 by a. So the next step is log modulus of 1 by cos x plus c. 1 by cos x is nothing but secant x. So the next step is log modulus of secant x plus c. Here c is the integral constant. So this is the result which we discussed in the statement. Without doing this lengthy process, we can find the integration of tan x dx by using the theorem which we discussed in the previous slide. So see here how we can use the previous theorem for this result. If we observe this step, the denominator part derivative is on numerator. So what is the theorem statement we discussed there? If the numerator in the integrand is exact differential of the denominator, then its integral is logarithm of the denominator. So that is the statement we discussed in the previous statement. So if we observe in this integrand, the derivative of denominator part is minus sin x. But on numerator we have only plus sin x. So to get the derivative term of denominator on numerator, I am multiplying and dividing with minus. Then what you will get? Minus integral minus sin x by cos x dx. Now if you observe this integrand, clearly the derivative of denominator part is there on numerator. So we can apply the theorem statement which we discussed in the previous slide. Based on that theorem, what we can write? Minus is there before the integral. So minus as it is minus logarithm of denominator plus c. That is minus log modulus of cos x plus c. So this is the answer. So like this also, we can use the theorem statement which we discussed in the previous slide without doing this lengthy calculation part. So for integral tan x dx, we have two formulas, minus log modulus of cos x plus c or log modulus of secant x plus c. So while we are solving the problems, we can apply any one of these two formulas. I hope you understand. Suppose if the given integrand is in the form f of ax plus b, then the same formula is applicable, but we must divide by coefficient of x or derivative of f of ax plus b with respect to x. That is a. So I will give one note point here based on that concept. See here, integral tan of ax plus b dx is equal to minus 1 by a into log of modulus of cos of ax plus b plus c, or 1 by a into log modulus of secant of ax plus b plus c. So you have to remember these formulas to solve some problems based on this concept. Let us discuss one problem based on this concept or based on this formula. See here, question number 1. Evaluate integral tan x into tan 2x into tan 3x dx. Let us discuss solution of this one. We know that 3x is equal to 2x plus x. That means 3x can be written as 2x plus x. Now, if you observe the given integrand, in the given integrand the trigonometric ratio is tan. That's why for this result I am going to apply tan on both sides. Then tan 3x is equal to tan of 2x plus x. So if you observe the right side part of this term, it is clearly in the form of tan of a plus b. So we know that tan of a plus b is equal to tan a plus tan b by 1 minus tan a tan b. So if we apply this formula on right side part, then what we will get? See here, tan 3x is equal to tan 2x plus tan x by 1 minus tan 2x into tan x. Now cross multiply this one. Then what we will get? See here, tan 3x into 1 minus tan 2x into tan x is equal to tan 2x plus tan x. If you observe the left side, the product of two terms we have. Multiply both the terms, then tan 3x into 1 tan 3x minus tan 3x into tan 2x into tan x is equal to right side part as it is tan 2x plus tan x. Now the right side two terms I am shifting to left side, and from the left side this negative term I am shifting to right side. Then what we will get? See here, tan x into tan 2x into tan 3x is equal to tan 3x minus tan 2x minus tan x. So what we got now? Tan x into tan 2x into tan 3x value, we got tan 3x minus tan 2x minus tan x. So if you observe the given integrand term is this one only. So now I am considering the given integral as capital I. Now let I is equal to integral tan x into tan 2x into tan 3x dx. So now from this condition I am substituting tan x into tan 2x into tan 3x value. Then the next step is integral tan 3x minus tan 2x minus tan x dx. By using basic properties of indefinite integrals, I am going to apply individual integrals. Then the next step is integral tan 3x dx minus integral tan 2x dx minus integral tan x dx. We know the standard results which we discussed in the previous slides. We know that integral tan of ax plus b dx formula. So by using this standard formula, we will write the integral of these three terms. So then the next step is 1 by 3 into log modulus of secant 3x minus 1 by 2 into log modulus of secant 2x minus log modulus of secant x plus c. So this is the integral of given question. So based on this problem, I will give you two problems for self-practice. This is question number 2. So for this question, I am giving hint also. And this is question number 3. For this question also, I am giving hint. So try to solve these two problems by using this concept. Till now, in this video, we discussed one theorem. Based on that theorem, one result. Based on that result, one problem we discussed. Based on that problem, I given two self-practice problems. I hope you understand this concept. To get the notification of updated videos, subscribe this channel and activate bell icon. Thank you for watching this video. Drop a like and give a comment. Share with your friends. Thank you. Thank you very much, students.